Hey, good morning, everyone. Inspired to tell a story. It's kind of a hopefully not too rambling of a story, but it's a really cool story, and it's a story about believing in your dreams and following your heart, and about setting your intention and how the whole universe will follow behind you. So, I always wanted to be a musician. Was in my first band in high school. We lasted about 3 days because I was terrible at piano. I also played drums, but I didn't go that path. I played in a band in college. I didn't go that path because I didn't have the confidence and I didn't believe in myself, and I couldn't visualize how I could make a living. And there was this desire to please my parents, and desire for safety and security, I guess. So anyhow, I followed another route. I went into therapy and became a therapist, and that was largely to heal stuff up from my own childhood. And it was a very important path for me because I unloaded a lot of burdens that I'd been carrying, thoughts, feelings that I didn't need to carry, and it taught me how to love myself, and to be tender with myself. It was a very powerful path. And then, as some of you know, I started a company called goodtherapy.org almost 13 years ago, maybe 13 years ago, yeah. And I really put all of my psychic energy into it, and it became a successful company, and I learned so much about myself. And then a couple things happened. Well, one, I was, so this part of the story is really cool. My son Nico and I, this was a couple years ago, I guess, we were driving around in the car. He was home sick from school, and we were having this very adult conversation. And he said he wanted to be a millionaire when he grew up. And I said, well, that's fine with me, as long as you do something you love, and you do something where you're contributing to the world rather than destroying the world or hurting the world in some way. And he said, well, Dad, are you happy? And I said, oh shit. Well, that's what I said inside. I said, well, I said, I don't think I'm totally happy. At the time I was 46, and I'd been longing for my freedom to do something else, to wake up and be an artist, to wake up, by artist, I mean wake up and create. I didn't have time for creation, for creative stuff as much as I wanted. All the creative stuff was in my company and in the website and in our marketing and our biz dev stuff. And so I said, you know what, Nico, I think I'm going to sell the company. I'm going to do it. I'm going to sell the company. I just knew immediately I was ready. And I was hoping that I could sell it and gain my freedom to do what I've always wanted to do. And at that moment, we were driving down, I don't know the name of the street, but it was toward the Capitol Mall, and you could see Panera in the background. A giant rainbow appeared in the sky, and the end of the rainbow was right on Panera. That's where the pot of gold was, and the symbolism of which I didn't really figure out until later, when someone said, well, of course Panera, it symbolizes bread and wealth and success and life. But I didn't take too much stock in the rainbow. I take a lot of stock in rainbows now, because after seeing this beautiful rainbow, Nico and I drove to the office. He came to work with me that day because there was just stuff I had to do. And I checked my messages at the office, and the first one was from a company that was interested in buying goodtherapy.org. And then over the course of the next 2 weeks, there were 5 or 6 companies that had reached out to me all within that same period, wanting to talk about buying my company. So, I mean, I hadn't done any marketing, I hadn't done anything. It was just like ask and receive, right? The whole universe stepped up behind me to make this happen. And I sold the company 2 Novembers ago, so a little bit over a year, right? 14 months, something like that. And it was an intense process, but the important point is that I got my freedom back to do what I want to do. So here I am. I just turned 48, and I get to spend my time doing music. And I feel so grateful and so blessed to do that, because music has always been the way that I feel spirit and I feel uplifted. It just moves through my body and makes me want to dance, makes me want to sing. And so I love that creative process of writing a song, because it's like an energy a vibration that I feel like I'm translating into something. And after my last band, Groove Jr., broke up a few years ago, I started writing my own songs and was just kind of doing the singer-songwriter thing slowly, really learning how to sing too, because I'd never been a lead vocalist, and so been taking vocal lessons and really working on my voice, and it's been such a fun journey to be on. And now I've got a band, and it's called Waking Bear, and in that band currently we've got my sweetheart Ivy, who plays keyboard and sings, and so we get to play most days and to be in that creative process, singing and playing together. And then we also have my good friend Matt Tuller. Matt runs a farm with his family, and so he may not be able to. Well, he's not going to be able to stick around long term. He just, so we're actually trying out a new bassist in a couple days. And then there's Daniel, who's an amazing guitarist. Daniel is 30, and he's got that Jerry Garcia vibe. He's just a natural, and he's so humble, and I love that about him. And he's just such a pleasure to play with, and his solos take me to higher places when I hear them. And we've got a new drummer, Nick, who's from Buffalo, and he's got that East Coast vibe and accent, and still getting to know him, but he's an incredible drummer. When I saw videos of him playing on, what did I see it on Instagram or YouTube or something, the kid has got beats. He is just a super talented. He's also really young. He's 21. And then occasionally sitting in with us is Tyson, who plays trumpet. Tyson is still in high school, and man, he can really blow a sweet trumpet, and love his playing. And and so that's our band right now, and we've got a beautiful sound studio that we've been building in the detached garage, that's big and soundproof. Everything's going to be carpeted floor to ceiling, so it's going to be a great place to hold the energy and to play. And we've already been invited to play some house parties, and we can have a house party here this summer, which will be tons of fun. I don't have delusions of grandeur. Like I have no desire to be some kind of rock star or something. I just love how I feel when I play music, and I want to share our music, because to witness other people taking pleasure in music that is uplifting and raising the vibe and making people feel good, opening their hearts, is such a powerful experience. See people dancing and grooving to music, and the world really needs that upliftment right now. And so I feel like this is the best medium for me to contribute that energy, and to bring songs that remind us of who we really are. Which is so funny I said that because that's a lyric in one of our songs. So we'll be playing out locally, and hopefully we'll get to the point where we can play some small music festivals in the summer and do house parties, and yeah, that's the energy behind it. So I don't know, wanted to share all of this so you know what I'm doing. Please, your wishes and your energy for this path are welcome, and let this be a cycle of love and appreciation. So let us all give to each other, and let the love move through us so that we can all find that place of waking up and being so goddamn grateful we're alive and that we get to live with each other. So, all right. Love y'all.